Well, good evening, everybody. Today is March 3rd, 2026, our first Tuesday of the month from our Lifewave Success LiveYounger team. And yeah, and my name is Carola Bergen-Sawatsky, and I'll be at MC for the call, and I'll also watch people's mics. So just keep in mind if you have something in the background, people might hear that. So if I mute you, that's why. So thank you so much for coming on this call tonight. Um, as this is our first call without our beloved friend and upline, Carl Krebs. He is Roger's sponsor, and and a freedom warrior too. And thanks, Pete, for being such a great upline for Carl as well and all of us. And I want to say thank you for everything you did in the meantime as well already that Carl has gone, and he did a great job. I'll miss him because as much as we had some times, and some people know that, um, he was a great leader. I knew, like, in certain ways could calm me down, and I just appreciated him a ton. So, and tonight as well, I wanted to recognize some of our team members actually ranked up in this last week. One is Lily Fair, who ranked up as two-star director. And the second one is Rowena Fair, the daughter. Rowena Fair Shetland, she is a three-star manager. So we are so happy to see that happen. Plus, Roger's back to one-star director, so we'll hold that strong. So thanks, Roger, and I'll put the mic over to you for now, Pete. And I thank Pete for everything he does. He is a great leader. Our beloved Pete. That I don't know. I have no words for the up line and the mentor that he has been for us, because he's so great for all of us, and we could always piggyback on him. He had always great advice, and thanks, Robin Gregory and Sir Kai, for being here on the call. You guys, our uplines leaders, are so great. So thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. The mic is yours, Pete.
All right. Thank you so much, Carola. Appreciate you and Roger so much. And I got to share that this magnificent couple, I mean, I worked with them from the very beginning since Carl brought them in, and they're just such a lovely couple to work with, and so much to say about them, and the energy levels and the things that Carola does in managing everything, and the WhatsApp room, and just on and on. Social media presence is just incredible. I'm not that good with social media, but Carola's my go-to person when it comes to all those things and posts and recognition. And I want to personally congratulate Roger and Carola. Of course, Roger's on the road, trucking away there. You can see him. Wave to us, Roger, and probably somewhere in Saskatchewan. And they have a real strong one-star directorship back again. So congratulations on that. Sometimes when we're early in the ranks of leadership, we dip in, we dip out, we go even manager rank. You can fall out of it and come back to it, or even like where Rowena is right now, three-star manager. How great is that? Rowena is going to have a little presentation for us later on, and we're going to learn some amazing things tonight. It's going to be real special. And of course, we have our very own Judy Friesen from Abbotsford, BC, in transit right now, rolling down the highway. Wave to us, Judy. We're going to hear from her a little bit later, slightly. But she made three-star director this last week, and oh my gosh, it was just so much effort and energy that Judy put into this, and Hawaii trip achiever, and just amazing. Wave to us, Judy, right there. We'll put you on a little bit later, but she's cruising down the road, and they're heading back to BC right now from Palm Springs, California. So proud of you, Judy, and all that you've done. Executive is around the corner for you, girl. The seat is reserved, and once that X2O comes out, you're going to blow through that volume requirement without a shadow of doubt. To you with Dr. Jess and all that you've got going on with your group and new brand partners and new customers. Oh my gosh, it's very exciting. So anyways, we've had amazing week that we just came out of 2 weeks in a row with the X49 special that Lifewave did. Wow, the volumes were up, the numbers were up, and I'm just so excited to see so much energy. And of course, we've got the greatest upline support ever. I mean, my beloved sponsor, Kai Jacobson's with us tonight. We're going to hear from him a little bit later. Robin and Gregory are both with us, and that's a real special treat because we don't get them too often, and we've got them tonight. So I am going to turn it over. Gregory is going to share a little bit, or Robin, both of them tag team, and just share with us everybody in the junior ranks of management leadership here got a raise this week, and I hope Gregory's going to touch on that a little bit tonight. So that's kind of exciting. No, that's really exciting. And the income that we made this last week is like, whoa, this is better than Black Friday was. So the numbers are really up. The energy is up. And even though the Canadian situation is still there, but they've got the PIB on all month March now. So that's exciting
But
for the
don't call it
Canadian.
that.
Oh, don't call it that. Yeah, that's right. I want to turn it over to beloved Robin Blank Mascari and Gregory from Bozeman, Montana. So take it away.
Hey, thank you, Pete, and hello, everyone. Love you all, and I'm going to be in your country in a few days, but I don't know if I'll see any of you because I don't know why they picked Calgary, but I volunteered to go, so I'll be at Calgary Boot Camp here on Friday night and Saturday. Are any of you going to be there?
Anybody?
I asked Terry Mundell. He's the only one I know he's 3 hours away. I don't know if Terry and
Yeah,
Chip are going or not, but
darn.
who knows?
Yeah. So they probably could have picked a better place, but I'm excited. I'm excited about where we are, and we're kind of. I kind of see us in a metamorphosis, because coming out of last year, the last 2 years, record-breaking years with Lifewave, with just X39. We had the beta test of the water here in the States, and now, it's actually going to start shipping again. And now it'll be the real rollout coming out in April. But, we had coming out of the conference, we had some changes, and the pain change brings with it some pain and discomfort. But, I know Kai and we worked together on the compensation plan committee several years ago. So we know that there were some challenges with the old plan. There were some gaps, and the company had to fill some of those gaps, and they created a new model. And now that the new model has been running for a while, we've been behind the scenes, me, David Jumper, and Steve Merritt, and several others, giving feedback to the company and ideas how they could readjust it. And by God's grace, they've taken some of our advice and implemented it as of yesterday. Woo! So they boosted the binary pay, and they've also boosted the level pay. So that's going to put more money in new brand partners and managers sooner, and that's really good because we want our new people to start getting regular checks, and that's one of the benefits of the new plan versus the old plan, because with the old plan, someone could come in and sell enroll a brand partner, get a PIB when you used to get PIBs, okay? Or if you enrolled somebody in the United States, right, you get a PIB, but until you then accumulate enough volume to cycle in the binary, you need 1,000 points or more and properly balanced. So sometimes people didn't get another check for quite a while. And now every time you enroll somebody, you get paid. And every time they buy something, you get paid. Now, sometimes those checks are a little smaller, but they're checks. And for a brand new person, they go, wow, I signed up Mary Jo last week with a core pack, and this week she bought two more sleeves of X39, and you're getting paid. So I think the intention and the strategy is good, and I'm happy that the company is listening and doing some fine tuning. I know there's going to be more fine tuning coming down the road. They didn't want to do too many things at once, so they chose those two out of about 5 different suggestions we made. They chose those two to implement now, and I'm glad they did it kind of quickly. So I'm excited about that. And the thing I'm excited about, and and it's, God bless you guys in Canada, and that have adopted the customer acquisition mentality are really starting to win because, we've discussed this. several times. And I think the penny dropped for all of us, including me. You know, if you're when you're not getting the enrollment bonus or PIB or whatever you want to call it, a horse by a horse is still a horse, right? Um, you know, you only make $35 when you sell a $295 pack. But if you sign up a new brand partner and they buy three sleeves as a customer and they buy three sleeves of X39, you make $60. And let's see, that's 60 or which, you know. So, and the other important thing is when you sign up a new brand partner, not everybody's ready to go to work. Okay. And so if you sign them up today, it's day one on their 9 week, you know, business launch bonus. And if they don't start launching their business for 2 or 3 weeks, they're already a third of the way through it and they missed it. So if you sign them up as a customer, when they're ready to start enrolling, that's when you switch them to a brand partner. Now, one of the changes we've also recommended to the company that is under due consideration is with the business launch bonus, even if you sign them up as a brand partner today, have that business launch bonus start when they enroll their first brand partner. Because, you know, when someone places their first order, it's got to come to them. They got to test it. You know, they're busy. And, you know, when they finally start enrolling, we don't want that 9 week clock to be too far down the road.
And this is an idea.
Yeah.
It hasn't been
Yeah.
adopted, but
No.
it's an idea. And
That's the type of ideas we're sharing with them.
yeah.
So, you know, we're really working behind the scenes very creatively with them. But I'm so excited because we got the confirmation. Kai and I and Robin and we're on the executive and presidential call last week, and David is very clear. They're going to begin shipping and replacing the water units for everybody in this month of March. And then they're going to be shipping and begin selling them to people that have extenuating health circumstances that need them quickly. And then they're going to be making them available to anybody that was at the conference in October, and then it'll be open for sale. So probably by April, you know, we'll be in business with X2O. Now, so those of you that are in Canada, I don't think it's approved for Canada yet. We know how recalcitrant, how hard it is to get anything approved in Canada. But you've got to have some team members in the U.S., and if you don't, you need to get some because the water is going to add a new dimension to our business. So, was there anything specifically, Pete, you wanted me or Robin? Did you want to talk? It's her turn.
Yeah, let's hear from Robin a bit. Energy,
Yeah.
Robin. Energy is what we want. Love it.
Some people know us as the dynamic duo, but other people know us as double trouble. So, and they're both true.
Yeah.
And we don't see everything the same, which is really good. And we work really well together most of the time. But no, this is, you know, we came in 7 years ago at, as Gregory likes to call it, the second wave. You know, the first wave was when the company started with all the, you know,
And
energy.
Ty came in with the first wave with the
Kai
energy
was the
patch.
first wave. We were at second wave, and we're heading into the third wave with X2O.
Yeah.
With each wave, there's a shift that's causing an upward, you know, dramatic growth that we're going to be experiencing. And we do acknowledge and know that this transition from 2.0 has been challenging for a lot of people because it's a mindset change in how we build, having money taken out of the binary and put it in the front end of the business and moving it around to the mentor match, whatever it is, it's requiring a lot of changes in the way we think and how we build. But at the same time, it's going to provide a long-term stability for your business and ours so that it can really, you know, the way the business was modeled before, you know, if one person was gone and they were a key person, you could be toast, you know, and the company
The domino effect.
really wants us to develop really, really stable long-term generational businesses, which is really good. And so we're here at the right time, at the right place. And as challenging as some of this transition has been, the future is very, very bright.
Hmm.
And we are thrilled that we get to share the journey with you guys and the stories from X2O. And honestly, there are some people that don't notice anything. So I want to be clear with everybody. It's kind of like the patches. They're always working, but that doesn't mean people are noticing them. And the water is, the stories are miraculous because we get to hear a lot of them regularly. We have 3 units in the town we live in, and it's really fun.
And two of them are at health practitioner's office
Mm,
working with their patients, and they're having miraculous
yeah.
results.
They call it magic water. We have people that come to the house, and we have a bunch of jars sitting on the counter next to our X2O. So we're just in a very exciting time for the future of our business, and just fun little things because at the presidential executive call last week, the company's truly committed to expand brand awareness of Lifewave in all kinds of ways that have never been done before in network marketing. And that's a big deal for David. He loves to innovate everything. And so whether it's the drone or the welcome center, or now we have X2O coming, and now we have the William Shatner video. And by the way, he told us last week that the oldest intern video has been viewed by over 2.5 million people have been exposed to LifeWave. There's a lot of Trekkies out there too that a lot of us can reach. And because of its success, he said that it looks like there may be a part 2 and a part 3 of the oldest intern. So, just really exciting times to know that the world is getting to know LifeWave. The drone will say LifeWave under those 15-foot wingspans. It'll be doing humanitarian work all over the world. People will be, visiting, and the Code of Creation has been accepted at the Beverly Hills Film Festival, which is a major coup, major, major coup. And they're hoping to win some awards from this film. And again, the exposure of LifeWave and what we're up to is massive. So congratulate all of us for being in the right place at the right
Yeah.
time. And tell us when we're ready to celebrate Judy, okay?
All right, awesome. Thank you, Robin and Gregory. I so appreciate you both coming
Mhm.
on here. And I also wanted to share that with all the stuff that's going on and this Code of Creations documentary, I mean, we saw
Mhm.
Mickey Willis personally watch the preview in Anaheim, which of course is where the convention is going back again in 2026. What an amazing place to hold the convention, Disney World right across the land, Disneyland right across from us there. Not that we're there for Disneyland, but it was just an amazing environment with almost 10,000 people at that convention. And I got a feeling this year is going to completely sell out. So if you guys haven't already got your convention tickets, I'm going to really encourage you guys to consider it and get registered for Anaheim 2026. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Now, Robin and Gregory, the video we were just talking about, Hannah just informed me, and Corolla, make note of this. Hannah has it downloaded too, so we're good. We'll send it over to you. We can no longer put it on YouTube without making it private, I guess. So just who has the link? Because obviously, with compliance, there may be some things said that are not compliant. We have to remain as compliant as possible. And of course, Robin and Gregory and their team, they're the most compliant team, I think, in Lifewave. And I love to lead with a video that has remained very compliant, and that is what is phototherapy. I'm going to ask Hannah to put the link in the chat area. If you don't have this link, I mean, this is where I start. When someone says, "What's a X39? What's a LifeWave? What is it?" I don't know anything about phototherapy. Well, my introduction to them is that 2 minute, 3 minute video. What is phototherapy? It's a beautiful place to start to opening their minds up before I send them anything. And Gregory, I'd like, before we ask Kai to come on, I'd like you to share a little bit about the InTouch app conversation that we had and what you have planned, or are you not ready to release that information to the public? Because I was so excited when you said that, because I was never a huge fan of the Now site that
Yeah.
Lifewave launched. But Gregory, if you could spend 30 seconds on that real quick, that'd be great.
Yeah, let me just say that it's sad that the vendor that we were getting, that Lifewave was getting In Touch from. And I was actually the sales rep for that company that brought it to Lifewave 6 years ago. They got out of the business, and Lifewave had no choice but to find a new vendor. And sadly, in my opinion, they didn't find the right one, and we did. So I've signed contracts with another company that has a system almost identical to InTouch,
But even better.
but even better, but the simplicity. So there's going to be a media sharing library. You can enter someone's name or pull it from your phone, or, upload it from anywhere and send them this video. And as soon as they open it, you get a notice. And as soon as they watch it, you know how much they watched. And then you can go to their file and you see, oh, they watched this video and half of that video. So it's going to be very comprehensive. It's probably about 60 days out before we launch it, but it's and we're relaunching you and using the name In Touch because
Wow.
We love
LifeWave
it.
abandoned it, and we were able to to get that, and we're right now registering with the Apple Store and the Google Store.
Beautiful, beautiful,
Yeah.
Gregory. I'm so looking forward to that because we had a lot of sad faces when InTouch app went away and they weren't updating the videos back there anymore. And a lot of them were just thumbnails. There's nothing there. So it wasn't a good presentation any longer. So this is really good news. I'm excited about
Yep.
that. I know many of our team members and leaders will be very excited about that. So stay glued, ladies and gentlemen. And also stay glued for Code of Creation. When that does come out, the documentary with David Schmidt, X2O, and I heard David saying that they were going to possibly put it on Apple and on Prime, and depending on if it wins awards or not, or how they'll go Netflix or where they'll go, just keep a close eye on the LifeWave communication because, I mean, I met Mickey Willis. He autographed two of the posters for me. One went to my beloved Carl Krebs, who passed away, so I'm sure that's in Margaret's home right now. We really miss him. I tell you, Corolla touched on it. I mean, I sponsored him in 2021, and he was a courageous warrior, and we'll definitely miss Carl. And Margaret's with us tonight. She's still in the grieving process, and but that aside, you know what? We have a wonderful, wonderful memories of him. I'll get the Code of Creation poster back. Roger and Corolla have one of them. We'll put it up in the backdrop one day in our Zoom here, so you guys can see it. We'll be advertising that a lot. And but shifting gears now, I want to move along, and I want to.
Pete, before you shift, I
Okay.
really wanted to send my condolences to you and your whole team.
Mm.
Thank you, Robin. Yeah, it's a big boy.
Carl was a force.
He was.
And
Absolutely.
and I was fortunate to get to work closely with him. And he was a force, and sometimes it kind of
Sometimes he was a bull in a china shop.
Yes.
Was it?
sometimes the China moved around a bit, but he was willing, and he was working on
Heart of gold.
and he was
Oh.
working on himself, and he deeply, deeply cared,
Mm.
for freedom and for distributors and for truckers, and and he had a voice. And wherever he showed up, he brought his stuff, and you
Yeah.
knew who he was. And it's a huge loss for the world. It's a huge loss for especially you and your team.
Mm.
And so condolences to everybody. My heart goes out.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much. Yeah, we definitely miss him. Carl and I had many conversations already. All of a sudden, it's like, oh man, what? Carl's not with us anymore. And Roger, we're just at the truck stop where he took his last breath, and that was rough on Corolla. Like it was like it's hard. The emotions started flowing, and it's like, wow, I can see that. It's a huge loss, but Canada lost an amazing freedom warrior, and we lost an amazing director. Still managing his account for now. We'll see how that goes. But anyways, moving on. Got to shift gears here, guys.
Yep.
We have lots. I want to thank Robin and Gregory. First of all, I want to touch on Brittany real quickly a little bit. Brittany's been a friend of mine. She's from Canada. She's the Montreal Healthy Girl on YouTube, and she is not with us tonight. She has a real tough schedule. I featured her robbery that took place in Mexico and the Lifewave success in the Freedom Rooms, and it could happen to anyone. It happened to Brittany and her boyfriend, and they were taken at gunpoint. And anyways, long story short, Kai and I helping them get back on their feet. We bought them a core kit. And Robin and Gregory, of course, upgraded it to advanced. So thank you, Robin and Gregory, for your participation. And also, they went one step further. They gave Brittany a free LiveYounger personalized website. I'm going to ask Hannah to post the website in. And the service was amazing with Liz and Robin and Gregory working together on this. It was like, boom, the account was in one day. The next day, LiveYounger site was there. It's already in marketing, in Brittany's marketing. And I'm already getting bombarded with people from Canada and all over the place. They're saying, we're part of the Wevolve. Brittany owns Wevolve. And she works with Jordan Peterson's daughter and so many other health gurus around the world. And she's not using YouTube much, more Instagram, but she has 155,000 subscribers on YouTube alone, which she doesn't use much anymore. But thank you, Robin and Gregory, for giving Brittany that complimentary site to get rebuilt back. And Hannah, you would post the link that Robin and Gregory did. Well, Liz, I guess, did that. They're right wing, and it's just a beautiful site. If you're thinking of getting a LiveYounger site of your own, and I know Clara and Alma from Belize, they were asking about it the other day. So here it is. Copy the link down below. You can get go subscribe. Put the subscribe stuff down there too, or Gregory, drop it in there to subscribe.
I'll put it in.
So that people can just go and click on it and take them to it. It's $50 a year, and I promise you guys, it's the best $50 you're ever going to spend because it will get you business. I had over $1,000 in commissions from customers in the last 30 days, and how much of that do you think came from the LiveYounger site? Almost all of it. Almost all of it. So there you have it. So moving gears now, we've still got Rowena's wonderful presentation to come up here. She's going to share with us. We've got a real treat coming up, but I want to just highlight Judy again real quickly. 3-star director, Judy. If you're able to unmute yourself and just say hello, we just want to really say we're so proud of you, Judy. I know you're driving, your internet might be a little in and out, but Judy, what's the secret? What did you do? How'd you get there? All of a sudden, boom, you're there. You're talking about it forever, and there you are. Judy, you're muted. If you could unmute, please. You're still muted, Judy.
She's trying.
Yeah, she's trying. Maybe she can't unmute. I'm not sure. If you're unable to mute, Judy.
Here I am. Here I am.
There you are, girl.
Can you hear me?
There you go. We hear you
There
now.
I am. I'm never on my phone doing these calls, so I'm out of practice on how to swipe and move and unclick and whatever. So here I am. What would
1
you like
minute.
to know,
Share with
Pete?
us. How'd you do it? How'd you do it?
How did I do it?
Yeah.
I would say through following good processes that we've been taught, through prayer, through always keeping an eye open for the opportunity when the conversation comes up. Doesn't matter whether I'm in an elevator, in the grocery store, or playing pickleball at Palm Springs. There's always opportunities to ask people, tell me a little bit about yourself. How are you doing? Tell me about your kids. And inevitably things come up where it's just very, very natural, if you're listening very carefully, to introduce. I think I've said it many times. I think I have something that might help you. And that brings such curiosity. And I'm not bombarding them with photobiomodulation and, the crystals and all this. I think I have something that might help you. And then I usually point to the patch that's on my skin, and that just brings up the conversation in a natural way. So I think that I also don't like to put a lot of effort into something and then see it fall away. Because all that effort, I want to see that kept. I don't want to go running around looking for new people if I'm not even taking care of the ones that I have. And so my motto is to treat everybody like their family. And that means really treating them really well, especially at the beginning, by just caring enough to help them track their order. Make sure that that they know that they can contact me at any time. And doing that first day, first week, first month is something that I really value. I would want that for myself because my original sponsor just sponsored me and then he was gone sponsoring other people and there was no follow-up, there was no care, there was no I'll find out the answer for you, Judy. There was nothing. So I think follow-up is one of my big things that I enjoy doing, and I've seen that it helps the retention aspect as well.
We're so proud of you, Judy, and you just broke through that 3-star director, and I know that seat at executive is reserved for you, and I know you'll be there as soon as water is out. I just know how you operate. And I love the way Judy shared her goals with me in Palm Springs. The touch 30 seconds maximum on your goal, Judy. What did you set for Palm Springs, and what happened? You succeeded your goal. You surpassed it. Tell that real quickly in 30 seconds, and we're going to move this on.
I went to Palm Springs, and I usually make the goal of sponsoring one new person every week that I stay in Palm Springs. This year we went for not 8 weeks, but 10 weeks. And I literally did not believe in myself. And I thought, you know what, the first 2 weeks are just getting settled in. We had our kids around. There's no way that I can sponsor anybody in the first 2 weeks. So I set my goal for 8, because the 8 weeks I would be able to be focused. It ended up that I did 16.
Whoa, amazing, Judy. That's so awesome. And I was there cheering you on every step of the way. It was so exciting to see that come to fruition and how your goals, you just exceeded your goals. So proud of you, Judy.
And you know what, Pete, I want to say that this is not something that I do all by myself. We are maybe in business by ourselves, but for ourselves, but not by ourselves. And you've been there every step of the way, Robin and Gregory and Kai, and just having conversations with so many on this call, Rowena and Roger and Corolla, and of course, my dear friend, Carl. All of that was part of me getting to where I am today. So I just want to say, it's not just about me. And thank you so much for all your support, all of you. I really do care about each one of you. And I want to continue to be a support to this team as far as I can. So thanks again.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Judy. We really appreciate you. Drive safe. And Kai, unmute yourself, please. I mean, he's on most of our calls. He just got back from Colorado with the grandkids, the kids, and real quick, we got a presentation with Rowena right after this. So let's keep this a bit short. But Kai, I appreciate you so much for taking the time to come on from Puerto Rico. I know it's an hour later there. And Robin and Gregory, I know you guys have to go. Power Up Patch starts at the top of the hour immediately after this call. So feel free to exit anytime you must. I know you got a ton of things to do. And Kai, hello, my friend. Share with us.
Well, thank you, Pete, and Gregory and Robin. Thanks so much for being on this call. Your brilliance and passion and heart is just, always amazing to feel. So thank you so much. And Judy, I don't even know what I want to talk about. I didn't have an agenda. I just I love that you're going to what I call fish. Like when you're prospecting, I call that fishing. In what I call stocked ponds, and basically, going down to a pickleball community where they're, being very active, wanting to feel young, their knees probably hurt, their elbows, this and that, and they're talking to each other. They have enough money to be able to play pickleball instead of trying to survive. And, so it's really picking like where you recruit. It's just so important. And I think going outside of your comfort zone and, bringing in, like what happens is I always say work locally, but think globally, because as you bring in people, your business will start to become a global business. And if you travel out a little bit to do that, that's really powerful. So Judy, hats off. I mean, and it takes some time. You can't just go to something for a weekend and expect that to occur. Like if you go to a concert and things like that, it's not, it doesn't work. I've tried. But if you go to something that you're there for a week, you start to create connections with people, it really does happen. But if you go for 2 months and you're in a longer term thing, it can really happen. I mean, I bet we're bringing in a person every week, kind of for a while, maybe a little missing it. But that last week, then you get to kind of sweep up the whole table of all the people that were thinking about it. And you get like 8 or 9 or something on that last week, where it's almost as much as what happened, because it's all about the follow through. It's all about following through. And then now the follow through is to keep those relationships alive. So Judy, what a shining star for
Amazing,
that.
amazing. And
So I
Kai,
just
listen to
really want to
this.
acknowledge that. I hope other people take that to heart.
Kai, listen to this. She made Honolulu as well. The Hawaii trip. Judy, you're muted. I see your lips moving, but you're muted. But she made Hawaii in the last week of the Hawaii thing. I remember her calling me, I think I could do this. And she actually made the Hawaii trip. So we're so proud of Judy for
Wow.
doing that as well. So yeah, super, super proud of you. And Kai, any closing
Sorry,
words?
Pete, I was just moving my lips because we almost had a complete accident. we almost wiped out. I'm so sorry.
My
I
God.
just, I just have to go off camera for a little bit. I'm sorry.
Okay, no
We're
worries,
okay.
Judy. You drive safe. Glad you got your
Yeah.
seatbelt on, and all the
Yeah,
best.
we have our seatbelt on. We were towing, a vehicle so that it's very hard to stop. And somebody stopped in front of us. It's raining. It's very wet and very slippery.
Pat
So
Arnie
Take
on the
care
thank
of
you,
back.
yourself.
Great
Be
George.
safe.
driving for Arnie.
Pardon?
Pat Arnie on the back. Great driving for him.
Yes,
Yeah,
he did a
Arnie.
good job.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
job. All right, thanks, Judy. Appreciate you. Bye for now. All right, guys. We're
My
gonna.
last little piece that I would say
Yes,
is
Kai.
what Judy just said, and it has to do with Carl too. Like I really miss Carl. We had a really fun friendship. I mean, I always we talked quite a bit, and we would have these every month. We'd have this really marathon kind of conversation. He really well, he's in his truck, so he he had a lot of time. But it just makes me realize how precious our lives are and how this moment is so special. And we just saw it with Judy just now. I mean, it really is about doing the things you enjoy. What I love about Lifewave and about our business and network marketing and is it's really fun. It's a family, it's a community. We're helping people. We can go as far as we want. There's no one over us trying to hold us down. Everyone who's kind of like above us or whatever is trying to help us, and the people below we can help. And so it's actually just a really fun thing. And I feel really, so blessed to have had this pathway in my life. And our each moment is so precious. So make the most of it and do the things you really love and be with the people you really care about. And that's all I have to really say.
Well said, Kai. I always appreciate you so much, and I know you feel that as well, and I just feel your love as well, Kai. And you're just always there. You're like that rock that always has that 35,000-foot view for all of us, and that's what we always say in our every Zoom. We have Kai with the 35,000-foot view, the overview of what happens in LifeWave, and yeah, I love the leadership, and even when Hannah and I just got back from the Bahamas. We had the most incredible conversation with David Jumper at the British Colony Hotel in Nassau, Bahamas, and it was real special. Dr. Stacy was there and had a nice little video session with her, and there's so many wonderful leaders that were there, and all these people from all over the world that David Jumper doesn't get to see so often, and we had the most incredible time blending and sharing with these people and exchanging ideas, and that's the beauty of going on these trips. Hannah and I have made the last three, and it's just really precious, and you learn what kind of a family we have. And that's one thing my friend Brittany said. I can't believe the community you guys have. Just how tight knit and how loving. You guys are all like that. She says, this is amazing. And it's a rare thing to see, having been in the field of health and wellness her whole life as well. I mean, she recognizes what we have, and it's so special. And we have so many people like that. And the next person I'm going to call on, of course, and Corolla, unmute yourself. Thank you, Kai, for all you do. And
I'm gonna
good
go,
run,
but
Robin. So thank you
I
for the
just want
time.
to quick once again say congratulations to Judy. It has been a joy and a gift to get to know her over this time and get to work together. We had that special time a year ago on the cruise doing what we love to do, and Judy was focused. She's so consistent
Yeah,
and
she
her
did.
follow-up and her caring and her attention to detail is amazing. I love learning from her. And it's just, we do have something really special, Pete, in this community, and it's
You
filled
do.
with wonderful treasures. So, Judy, I love you. We're
You,
gonna
Thank you,
go.
Robin.
Robin.
Okay.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
I'll send you the
Bye-bye.
replay. You're going to miss Rowena's presentation. It's going to be amazing. I'll send you the replay. You'll get to watch Rowena in
Great.
action here, who we're going to call
Thank
on
you.
here.
Thank
So
you.
thank you, Kai, and thank you, Judy. I'm so glad you're safe. And Corolla, if you would unmute yourself, Rowena's down in your group, and I know you just recognized Lily Fair for two-star director, and that's amazing, and three-star manager for Rowena. So we're so proud of them both, mother-daughter duo. But Corolla, I'll let you take it away and just share a few words about Rowena. You already did the Lily thing, so it's so nice to see the growth and the leadership action. Corolla, take it away.
Good evening, everybody. I just wanted to say again, thanks for all the people, and thanks again for the rank ups and all the precious words that were spoken. thanks Kai, thanks Robin Gregory as well. I just wanted to recognize Rowena and Lily as well again, but I just thank you both for being such great leaders for your team and for all of us and just plugging along. Rowena, you have been so good, learning and plugging in and helping your mom and helping all of your team as well. So I'm so grateful for what you do. So I'll probably place this part over to you, like what you have to share about the health and wellness show that you had just had and whatever else like it's on your mind that you want to share. Take it away, Rowena.
Thank you
That's
so
the
much.
mother-daughter duo. This is the daughter right here. So take it away,
I'm the
Rowena.
daughter. Yes. Okay, I'm going to warn you in advance. Besides the fact that it's my dog's 10th birthday, it's also my husband's just come home. So I'm going to try and keep her quiet, but she really likes to greet people when they come to the door. So, as Corolla was saying and Pete was saying, we did the Wellness Expo. I'm going to try to make this rather concise. It was about 2.5 weeks ago. It was over 2 days, February 14th and 15th. It was 8 hours one day and 7 hours the next day. We had a lot of good conversations with people, a lot of some signups. It was myself, my mom, Lily, my husband, Chris Chetwind, one of my brand partners, Shirley Gross, and then one of my mom's brand partners, Chris Mandel. So it was the five of us that worked to work the booth throughout the weekend. So how did I incorporate my team into this? It was the first time my mom and I didn't do it solo with my husband. We reached out to, actually, the way I figured it out was that it would be my most active downline brand partners. So Shirley said yes out of the ones that I contacted, and then Chris Mandel said yes. So that is how we just had, that's how we ended up choosing who helped us. So almost 2 weeks before the expo, I had a Zoom meeting, and on that Zoom meeting, I did trainings on expos, how to start a conversation, what kind of people would be coming by, how to move the conversation from information to product and pricing, and then to find out who wants to buy there. So I really wanted to help equip those that are working the booth with me to have confidence to speak to complete strangers for hours. So when I asked if that training was helpful, I got some feedback from everybody who helped us. And so I'll just share those things with you. So Shirley said, yes, it was helpful, especially since I had not done this before. It helped me feel a bit more confident. And Lily said, yes, it was helpful. I knew that all of us knew the same thing. So that means that we were all on the same page. We were all united. So that was helpful. And then Chris Mandel said that what sticks with me the most is keeping the focus on the people when they come to the booth, asking them what brings you to the expo. Have you found what you're looking for? So those, and always turning it back over to the person to have them do the talking. So next I will show a quick 2-minute video of my husband's review on the expo. He made a little video. It just shows a picture of our booth, what it looks like. And it gives you a little bit of insight into where we were at the Winnipeg RBC Convention Center. It's a big venue. So I will just share my screen here. Hold on a second. Sorry about this. Just going to share the volume.
Here is our Lifewave booth at the Wellness Expo. Lots of people stopped by throughout the weekend. Most of the time, at least one of us was talking to someone. They all come to the booth and then they say, "What's all this about then?" This year, we tried asking them what they're looking for specifically. Some did have some health complaints. Most would say something along the lines of, "Nothing really, just general interest." So then I'd talk about stem cells and how they go dormant with age, explain what the patches do and how they work, with light elevating the copper peptide, stimulating stem cell revival and reverse aging. Some people have heard of phototherapy and get excited, especially when we show the testimonials. The hair growth images capture a lot of attention. There are always the skeptics, and then we show them the clinical studies and the patents. Actual sign-ups on the weekend, there were a handful. An issue we've had is people signing up with excitement and then not giving it a chance for long enough to see the desired results. Right now we can patch for pain with Icewave, or we have the occasional one-patch wonders. Mostly, people have to take a leap of faith that it's doing something for them and be persistent for a few months to see the results. I think when we all have our X2O machines, and we can give select people samples of the water, where they can straight away notice life-changing energy, that'll be a game changer. Many people ask for a card and for more information. It's a way of them getting out of the conversation. We have the LiveYounger website on there. If they do look it up, I imagine they cross-reference it with other sources and come up with inaccurate information. We don't hear from most of them again. Some things I would like to make better would be the initial attention grab. Many walk by and read the banner. You can see them saying, "Activate your stem cells." You can see the blank look in the face, and they keep walking. I'd like to get a screen going with some of those promo videos that we've been seeing at the convention, with the patch results, the Star Trek-themed headquarters, maybe the Thunderstrike drones. That would bring movement and energy into the booth, engage people, and give them an idea of the scope of what Lifewave really is.
Okay, hope you heard that. It just kind of lets you see what we did without you seeing it. I mean, without you being there. So in the booth, we offered incentives. This is how I presented it. If you order at the expo, you get to walk home with your products today instead of waiting for them to ship. You get a free gift and you get a 3-day sample of our Happy Patch, which is Eon. I have these little baggies. I printed out what it does and instructions on the back, where to patch. I meant to grab one to show it to you, but yeah, anyway, very cute little baggies. And we also entered everybody into a draw for a full sleeve of Eon. Like I mentioned, it's important that we focused on the other person and getting them to talk. So asking them, what is one thing you would want to change about your health? A lot of them, they walk up, they ask, what's this about? But if you turn it back over to them, they start talking. Then what we did, we'd show them a testimonial about the product, helping someone with what they're looking for, whether it be sleep, whether it be energy, whether it be pain. I printed out a variety of testimonials. This builds belief a lot faster than rambling on about the science of the patch. So after you tell them a story, you ask them if they want to see product and pricing. And then I showed them, I printed out a few sheets with the retail price crossed off and the preferred customer pricing. And with them seeing it, it helps them also, it was like really effective for them to see, this is what I recommend based on what they're looking for. We also had people fill out the lead capture forms, the forms from the LiveYounger success page. That was really helpful. We got to see maybe there was more to what they wanted than what they actually told us, and they checked off more things on the bottom. I also meant to have a copy of that to show you. I'm sorry. So there were a few people that ordered before they left the booth. And they were like, there were some that were so excited. They're like, I'm going to put a patch on right now. So I got to help them with that. And it just found it so cool that they were so excited. Like, patch me up now. So I also sold like some of the little baggies with just 3 Eon samples. When people add, like, it adds value to it when they pay a little bit for it. I followed up with them. I've had quite a few that have had a very positive result, which is super exciting. And I find that having incentives really draws people in and creates urgency. So not only, like, I know that a lot of people can't do a big venue expo. They don't have all the signage and the things. They can't just up and go. It took me years to put everything together for this. But I'm going to shift to talking a little bit about house parties and online parties and things that you can do, because this really expands our businesses. It really creates momentum. And a really good place to start is asking your customers. Asking the customers if they want to host a patching party in their home. Doesn't have to be big, no food necessary, just coffee, tea, and definitely water. So I'm just going to give you some pointers. If anybody requests, I can put what I say into a document that can be shared in our LiveYounger Success WhatsApp group. So if somebody requests it, I'll make it. So something you can say to a customer is this: hey, I know you've had some great results from these patches. And I was thinking, what if I came over to your house? You invited a few friends over. I shared my story. I talked about the products and how they work. And then if anyone wants to sign up, we'll use your link and you'll get a referral bonus. And they'll get help with whatever they're struggling with. What do you think? And by doing that, it's not asking a yes or no. It's asking them to think about it. So once they say yes, you can plan a day and time to go to their house. A good night is Thursday at 7. Usually Monday and Friday aren't the best, but you can try if you want. If you're the one doing the inviting, have it at your house. If you want to grow your team first. So if your customer invites, go to them, no matter what. It'll be more successful for you to much more successful this way, because their friends and family will be more comfortable going to their house than because they don't know you as well. So that's just a tip there. You can also use an Eon patch as an incentive, giving that to everybody that comes. So whether it's you or whoever is hosting the party, this is what you're going to do. You'll send a message to those that you're inviting saying, I'm having a little thing at my house this Thursday at 7, where you can come and try these patches I told you about. It's all informational and you can hear stories about the products too. Would you like to come? Easy, right? Then about 3 or 4 days before the party, you're gonna follow up with them every night. So I have things that I don't, for time's sake, I can't go into everything, but one of the things is like 2 days before, just say, hey, I forgot to mention this, but if you bring a friend, I'm handing out $5 gift cards to everyone who brings a guest. So if you bring 2, I'll give you 2 $5 gift cards. Okay, we haven't heard this before. I'm sure you probably have never heard this incentive, but if you get a gift card for somewhere that you shop anyway, whether it's Dollarama, Superstore, Starbucks, Tim Hortons, wherever, or you just like grab a handful of them, that investment is not much when you think about like what them coming onto your team will bring. So if you invest in that and you just say, hey, if you bring a friend, then you suddenly have more people, right? So there's always going to be people that cancel and stuff like that. Then on the day of the event, text them, I can't wait to see you tonight. Include the address. That way they don't forget. They get that little reminder in a friendly way. Then at the patching party, it's so easy. You don't even have to call it a patching party. In my invite, I said, I'm having a little thing. So show the 3-minute video that's on the LiveYounger patching party. It's lypatchingparty.com, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure somebody's going to grab that and put it in the chat. lypatchingparty.com, I think. So then offer to patch people that are at like a level 7 pain or higher, pain level of 7 or higher. Use Icewave and then give them water. If there's nobody, just move on to X39. It's what our focus is anyway. Share your story. Keep it brief, not lots of presentations. Don't even show a PowerPoint. Just your video, your story, 5 minutes or less. Ask the host or somebody else that's there that has a story. If they're patch users, get them to share their story. Remember, these guests are there for their needs and their problems. So stories sell much more than anything else, because it gets people into the emotional part of the brain. So you could do a whole party just with like 4 or 5 testimonials, and then 5 or 10 minutes just on product and pricing. But anyhow, yeah, like I find that the incentive to have a gift for attending, which is Eon, and then an incentive, which an incentive to purchase. So that's something I didn't mention yet. But have an incentive, something like I'll give you a $15 discount off your membership. Could be the incentive to purchase. You can choose what you want, what you're comfortable with. You don't even have to, but it kind of gives people that urgency. So just to encourage you to end off and wrap up, to encourage you, I'm doing an online party tomorrow, and it's with another brand partner. She's in the States, and she just like said, invite people. So yesterday I went and I invited 4 people, and I just simply said, hey, I'm having a small call on Wednesday at 8 p.m. It's about these little patches. So either I told them about it or I didn't. It's a all natural patch that I've been wearing. Would you want me to send you the link? I'm telling you, out of the 4 people, I just got, sure. I'm like, everybody wants to come? Like, it's a small thing. It's going to be 15 or 20 minutes long. So I'm telling you, this is what can catapult your business. This is how to draw people in, especially if you get somebody else. Invite your friend. Then you're dipping into the bucket of like the people that they know. So that's just a little glimpse into house parties and what you can do to grow your business. I'm really excited for how this is going to help my business and our team.
Wow, Rowena, that was amazing. Absolutely brilliant. And I loved Chris's little video that he did. He could be a pro at this stuff. Like, oh, I'm watching his hand. Like, is that AI? No, that's Chris. That's his voice. I recognize it anywhere. It's not AI. Genius. That was awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Rowena, for sharing that. I'm so proud of you. That was amazing to have you and your team do the Wellness Expo. I've done that show for many, many years. I know the environment. Hey, there he is.
There he
Chris.
is.
I see you. Good job, brother. Doing good.
He does put videos together and stuff like that. So
Awesome.
part of his
Good
hobbies.
job. That was really, really good to hear and see. So you might be getting some phone calls after this one gets out and viraling. So you never know. So thank you, Rowena. I really do appreciate we're getting to the top of the hour, so I gotta move on here. So much love. Appreciate you so much, Rowena. You and your entire team. Good job on that Health and Wellness Expo. And guys, we're gonna go a little overtime today, if that's okay. And I've got a short little segment here yet, Rowena. We're going to talk a little bit, Corolla. If you could unmute yourself, and we're going to bounce back and forth here a little bit. And some of it I'll save for a Q&A session after, because I want the recording not to be too long here. But Corolla and I and Roger have been talking about a little road trip that we're going to make. And I've done many, many patching parties from the very beginning. Didn't even call them patching parties. We just called them whatever, a little fun night, a little get together, health and wellness show. And sometimes it would start with freedom and it would morph into patches and we'd bring it on. And but Corolla and Roger, we've been talking a lot about going on a tour from Manitoba to Alberta as soon as Hannah and I get back. And Hannah and I have done a bunch of these all over the place, from up in Roblin to Saskatchewan, all over in Regina, the latest spot. And Corolla, share a little bit what we've talked about and the simplicity of a patching party. If you'd like, call it whatever you want. We just call them patching parties. I use the Power of the Patch brochure. I use the link Hannah posted, LiveYoungerPatchingParties.com. I've used my own replicated LiveYounger site, done the whole party from that. I give everybody one Power of the Patch brochure, and I read it and share it and ask for a 7 level of pain or higher, and we patch them and we follow up with them after we hydrate them. And oh my gosh, it's going to be absolutely amazing with the water machine coming out. So Corolla, maybe you can share a little bit the cities that we're going to be heading to. If anybody has prospects in any of these cities that we're going to be traveling to, we don't have the date yet, June or July. We don't know yet exactly when we get back. We'll plan it. We'll give you lots of notice, and we're going to make a tour all the way from Winnipeg to Calgary, and there are going to be many cities in between. So, Corolla, take it away, what we shared about.
Well, basically, what we want to do is stop in Regina. That's where we thought the first stop would be, because Brandon, we didn't have anybody. So Regina will be the first place. And then probably Medicine Hat, Lethbridge, Tabor, wherever people are. And if there's people in between, like Swift Current in Saskatchewan still, we can still do some other patching parties. So let us know. We'll plan it ahead and do it. So kind of it's a bittersweet knowing that Carl always liked to do this patching parties as well, because we had done so many things together before. And Margaret knows this, how much, and then he always relied on me. So I'll miss that part about him, because I know he did it a little different, and I love the way he did it. In memory of Carl, don't want to draw attention to myself, but I just wanted to share how much I valued him. And so this part, like, I just wanted to thank everybody and keep going, because this patching parties is it's just as simple as that. You don't need to have anything but yourself. You could even invite them just to be there, like if you do it in restaurants like we have done in the past, or like Pete said, in homes, wherever it's best, we will do them. People can buy their own food if needs to be, and it's very simple. And so yeah, tag team, and as a team you can do much more. You don't need to do it alone like we did in the past with Carl. Like, one person did this, like the tag team was behind, he was the talker. So just so you know, like, you don't have to do it on your own. It's best if you do it in a team, because it's much better duplicatable. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Corolla. And that doesn't say that we won't stop in. If you guys tell us, hey, I got prospects, I got people in Brandon, Manitoba. I mean, it's got an 80,000 people city there, and there's nothing going on in Brandon as far as I know. So if we're traveling through there and you send us people, whether it's for the business, whether it's for the product, they want to do a party, or they just want to meet us at the truck stop somewhere, at a restaurant, we'll meet them. And as we head into Regina, White City, that area, Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, wherever. And as Corolla said, Lethbridge, Saskatchewan, and then into or Swift Current, Saskatchewan. Lethbridge is already going to be a designated stop in Alberta. Tabor, where Wilmer Duick and some of my distributors already are, and of course in Medicine Hat, Alberta. I know you've got some ties into Medicine Hat, Corolla and Roger, so that'll be high on our list. And if any of you have connections in any of these cities that I mentioned, Hannah and I will continue on to Calgary, where my three daughters live, and we'll do some stuff down there, more family time. But if anybody has people, and since the road shows are going on right now, and talk to your people in these cities where the road shows are, or the boot camp in Calgary, where Gregory is going to be speaking at, and give us some work, give us names, give us people that we can see on your behalf when we're in Calgary or we're in Medicine Hat or whatever city we are. So we're looking forward to doing that when we get back to Canada. So I think we're going to end the recording now, and I want to really encourage you guys to reach out to the people you know, talk to them. It's a very exciting time to be part of Lifewave, and we so do appreciate everyone. And if you're watching this via replay, you'll get back to the person. If you've been dormant, you've been on the fence, you haven't really reached out yet, you haven't really gotten started with your business, it's so simple. Pick up that phone, reach me on WhatsApp, reach Roger and Cole. Just pick it up. Dial us, call us, leave us a message and say, hey, I'm thinking of getting going here. And with Code of Creation coming out, the documentary Mickey Willis did, I mean, his previous documentary received 1 billion views, Plandemic. If you haven't watched Mickey Willis's work, go watch Plandemic. It's on YouTube. It's all over the place. It's on Netflix. So watch it. Met this man. He autographed the Code of Creation posters. And we've been talking lots about Code of Creation, how its timely launch will come with X2O. Phase 3 is coming, ladies and gentlemen. Get real excited, even though it's only in the US for now. But here's the sweet deal. I've got a connection right now, and we have connections in Manitoba and Montana and across the line, North Dakota, which is the neighboring state to Manitoba. Easy to get your water machine shipped to Pembina, North Dakota. And of course, you'll have to pay taxes and duty or whatever. You might have an exemption if you go pick it up. I've got connections in Sweetgrass, Montana. So we'll be shipping our water machine to Sweetgrass, Montana. Why Montana? Well, number one, there's no sales tax in Montana. On a $5,000 water machine, can you imagine saving the $600 on sales tax if you ship it there? Well, I can hop over the line from Lethbridge. It's a 20-minute, 30-minute drive. I can hop over and pick up the water machine. Even if I have to pay duty or somebody wants me to pick one up and wants to ship it there, we have a depot there in Sweetgrass, Montana, and we can do it the same way we do it in Pembina, North Dakota. So just food for thought. You can save a ton of money and maybe enough to even cover the duty on the machine. But anybody in that vicinity, reach out. We're here to help, and we'll do whatever we can to help you get your hands on that water machine, because we really want everyone to experience the power of X2O. On that note, I'm going to end it. We're going to stay for a Q&A very briefly, and we're going to talk a little bit more about these patching party concepts and the road trip that Roger and Carola and I are planning on. So I thank each and every one of you for joining us. And remember, this call only takes place the first Tuesday of every single month at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Have a great night, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. I just wanted to say, add to it, don't forget the road shows and the boot camp in Calgary. If you have people that want to go, just go, because we need you all, and it's very exciting times. I know how big it was on Carl's heart all the time, the road shows, and how much he was involved in it in the background, even though at times he couldn't make it, but he was all for it. So thank you all. Talk to you all soon.